What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing news. Well, it looks like Mayweather Guerrero, that bout May 4th, aka May Day, is slated to hit theaters. So that's good news for the sport of boxing. It's good to see boxing potentially coming back to primetime television. Now they're making some bouts available in theaters. This is going to be one of them. This is not the first time they've showcased a fight in the theater. This is actually Mayweather's fifth time having a fight that was available in theaters, and I guess it's supposed to hit over 400 theaters across the nation. So check your local listings to see if it'll be available at any of your fights, Regal Cinema, Brendan, AMC. So check your theater, Fandango or whatever, to see if it's available to you. And again, this is big news in the sport of boxing. Not every fight has the magnitude to make it to theaters. And this kind of goes back to an earlier point that I made. I did a video as soon as I found out Canelo and Trout were no longer going to be part of the Mayweather undercard. I made a video and I got tons of comments. Some people were like, Ego, you're a fucking idiot. Canelo and Trout is a dope fight. And basically, they were telling me in the absence of Canelo Trout, Mayweather Guerrero would not sell and it would not do over 100 million buys based on Canelo and Trout no longer being on the undercard. So you guys are on course to lose that argument. Just look at the Mayweather Guerrero fight that, quote unquote, some of the people were saying nobody wanted to see. They're going through great length to make sure that people do see him by having it in movie theaters. Mayweather Guerrero is also available to UK audiences. I don't know if I've covered this previously, but Box Nation has worked out a deal, so this fight will air in the UK. So it'll give people in England and whatnot an opportunity to see the Mayweather Guerrero fight. Now, some of you guys try to turn it to Canelo or Mayweather or race, all kinds of bullshit. So I never argue Canelo and Trout leaving the Mayweather fight has no impact. I never said that. However, I did say this: Mayweather is such a big person in the sport that historically, even when Canelo wasn't on his cards, he's still done in the neighborhood of 1.2 to 1.4 million views. Him and Oscar De La Hoya also hold the record for 2.6 million pay-per-view buys. So statistically, Mayweather has over 100, or excuse me, over a million views pretty much every fight since De La Hoya. So for you to say that Canelo leaving is going to drastically drop that number to the point where I think some of you guys were even saying boycott Mayweather fights. I'm telling you, I guarantee you Mayweather Guerrero will do over 1 million views, or 1 million buys, or 1 million homes, whatever you want to say it. I actually think it'll do anywhere from 1.3 to 1.4, which is right in the neighborhood of what him and Cotto did. And again, the proof is in the pudding. Only time will reveal. I'm not saying that Canelo Trout has no impact, because obviously it does. Canelo has a huge fan base. I'm pretty sure Austin Trout gained some fans by beating Miguel Cotto in Cotto's backyard. But again, the proof is in the pudding. Some of you guys you're just thinking with your heart, I believe, saying that Canelo is just basically has so much star power to the point where his departure is going to cause Mayweather to not sell. And according to you, let some of y'all tell it, Mayweather Guerrero, no one wants to see it. Yet they're going through great lengths to make sure a lot of people do see it. So that's the complication with your argument, or some of the people that were arguing with me and trying to go back and forth with comments. But again, only time reveals. Canelo and Trout, that's a big event. I definitely want to see it. It's actually one of the fights I'm really looking forward to it. It does have some impact on Mayweather, but probably not as much as you think or would like. Canelo and Trout itself in Texas, I think they sold about 15,000 tickets the first week. So again, that's a big event. But some of you guys are arguing all kinds of stuff. Canelo is going to be a bigger event, or it's going to sell more than Mayweather Guerrero, and I don't see that. And even if Canelo does 1.2, 1.4 million, because I think him and Josecito did about 1.3, 1.4 million in the Josecito versus Canelo fight on Showtime. And that's with Chavez and Sergio Martinez also airing. So that was a really great number, especially since Top Rank had their own event that a lot of people were watching, and Golden Boy. but it's still different. Anytime you're dealing with cable, regular cable or premium cable, Showtime versus pay per view, it's different. It's a different ball game. So to do 1.4 million buys pay per view wise is always greater than doing 1.4 on HBO or 1.4 um, on Showtime. So either way, let me know what you guys think. How important is Canelo and Trout on Mayweather? How much does it affect it? What do you guys think? Do you think Mayweather Guerrero will do above 1 million views? And the last thing I want to say is I think Golden Boy, they're a very smart business. They know the magnitude of Mayweather fights traditionally. And I think they have a very solid plan B fight, which is once they found out Canelo and Trout was not going to happen on the Mayweather undercard, Canelo refused based on Mayweather not signing that contract. I feel they have a very good substitute. Now, I definitely want to see Canelo Trout more than I want to see Abner Mars versus Ponce de Leon, like if I had to pick. However, I think that's a really solid plan B. You got two Mexican, Hispanic Americans fighting on a Cinco de Mayo weekend. And you got Abner Mars, who is a fan-friendly fighter, and he's moving up in weight against a lethal puncher in Ponce de Leon. So again, I think they did a pretty splendid job by having a good, solid Plan B fight since Canelo and Trout cannot take place on the Mayweather undercard for known reasons. So Golden Boy, they basically did their thing. They could have gave us some like bum ass fight that nobody really wants to see, but I think a lot of people, if you're a real dedicated boxing fan, you should want to see Ponce de Leon versus Abner Mars because stylistically on paper, that sounds like a hell of a matchup. Both fighters have heart. Abner's moving up in weight. I'm anxious to see how it look at a new weight. Ponce has been in there with people like Adrian Broner and his last win over Gonzalez. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Until next video, it's Ego signing off.